Ever wondered if you could pass the UK practical driving test without an instructor? Well, you're not alone. Many have pondered this possibility, and the answer is a resounding yes. It's a path less travelled, but certainly not an impossible one. This journey requires a healthy dose of self-learning and an unwavering dedication, but the rewards are worth it. Imagine the sense of achievement, knowing you've mastered the art of driving on your own terms. Not to mention the money you'll save by not hiring a professional instructor. But let's be clear, this isn't a shortcut or an easy route. It's a commitment to understanding every aspect of driving, from the highway code to real-time scenarios and last-minute tips. So are you ready to take the wheel? To navigate the roads of the UK with confidence and skill, guided by your own determination and hard work? Dive in and discover how to conquer the UK practical driving test on your own. First things first, understanding the test itself is crucial. The UK practical driving test is not just about getting behind the wheel and hitting the open road. It's a comprehensive examination designed to evaluate your ability to safely operate a vehicle under various conditions and scenarios. Let's start by breaking down the test into its main components. The first part is the Show Me, Tell Me section. This involves 2 questions the examiner will ask you about car safety and maintenance. The Show Me question will require you to demonstrate a safety check on your car, such as checking the oil level or showing how to use the windscreen wipers. The Tell Me question, on the other hand, will require you to explain how you'd carry out a safety task, like how you would check that the brakes are working before starting a journey. Next, we move on to the General Driving Ability section. This is where you'll need to demonstrate your practical driving skills. You'll be asked to perform various manoeuvres, such as reversing into a parking bay, pulling up on the right-hand side of the road, and rejoining traffic. You'll also need to show that you can safely drive in different road and traffic conditions and react appropriately to the instructions of the driving examiner. Finally, there's the Independent Driving section. For about 20 minutes, you'll be asked to drive without turn-by-turn directions from the examiner. This part of the test is designed to assess your ability to make decisions independently, just like you would on a daily drive. You might be asked to follow directions from a sat-nav or to follow traffic signs to a specific location. Understanding these different parts of the test is the first step towards passing. It's not just about driving, it's about demonstrating knowledge, showing awareness and proving that you can be trusted on the road. Now that you have a solid understanding of the test, let's move on to the preparation. The Highway Code isn't just a book, it's your roadmap to passing the test. It's that vital guide that bridges the gap between the novice and the seasoned driver. Understanding and mastering the Highway Code is a paramount step in your journey to conquer the practical driving test, even without an instructor by your side. Now let's take a closer look at what the Highway Code entails. It's not just a compilation of road signs and markings, though those are undeniably important. The Highway Code is a comprehensive guide that covers everything from the rules of the road to your legal obligations as a driver. It's a virtual goldmine of information and knowledge, all designed to keep you and other road users safe. For instance, the Highway Code delves into the nuances of traffic lights and their sequences. It provides insights on how to navigate roundabouts and junctions, the correct use of lanes, and the importance of maintaining a safe distance from the vehicle in front. It also elaborates on the rights of way, the implications of different weather conditions, and even the appropriate actions in case of an accident. Moreover, the Highway Code doesn't just cater to drivers. It includes rules and guidelines for pedestrians, cyclists, and horse riders too. This makes it a holistic guide that helps you understand how different road users are expected to behave, thus enabling you to predict potential hazards and react accordingly. But remember, merely reading the Highway Code isn't enough. It's about studying and internalizing these rules and regulations. It's about picturing yourself in different scenarios and figuring out the best course of action. It's about making these rules second nature, so that when you're behind the wheel, you instinctively know what to do. Now, don't be daunted by the sheer volume of information in the Highway Code. Take it one step at a time, break it down into manageable chunks, and before you know it, you'll have mastered this vital piece of the driving puzzle. Remember, the highway code is your best friend in this journey. Now let's proceed to the practical skills. Driving isn't just about moving forward, it's about maneuvering the car with confidence. And that, my friends, is where the real test begins. The UK practical driving test isn't just about making sure you can keep the car on the road, but it's also about testing your ability to handle your vehicle in different scenarios. So let's start with parking. It's a basic maneuver that you'll be using every day, yet it's one of the most feared aspects of driving for many. Parallel parking, bay parking, and parking on a hill are all part of the test. The key to mastering parking is practice. Yes, you've heard it before, but it's true. Find an empty car park or a quiet street and practice until you can do it with your eyes closed. Well, not literally, but you get my point. Next, we have reversing. Now, this can be a tricky one. The trick is to use your mirrors effectively and always look over your shoulder when reversing. It's not about speed, it's about control and awareness. Practice makes perfect here too. Remember, in the test, you'll be asked to reverse around a corner or into a parking bay. So get comfortable with these maneuvers. Then there's the handling of roundabouts. The roundabout, a staple of British roads and a source of confusion for many drivers. The key here is to understand the rules and apply them. Always give way to the right, signal correctly, and choose the correct lane for your exit. Each of these maneuvers might seem daunting at first, but with practice, they'll become second nature. And that's the goal here, to make you a confident, competent, and safe driver. There's no shortcut to success here. The only way to get good at these maneuvers is to do them over and over again. It's not about getting it right once, it's about getting it right every time. Master these maneuvers and you're halfway there. Next, we'll talk about handling real-time scenarios. Real-time scenarios can be unpredictable, but not unmanageable. Indeed, real-world driving is not just about mastering maneuvers and memorizing the highway code, it's about adapting to real-time scenarios, from bustling traffic to unexpected road signs, even the unpredictable British weather. It's about applying what you've learned in a dynamic environment where variables are constantly changing. Let's start with traffic. Navigating heavy traffic can be stressful, even for seasoned drivers. The key is to stay calm and maintain a safe distance from other vehicles. Remember to use your mirrors regularly and be aware of vehicles in your blind spots. Indicate your intentions clearly and in good time, whether you're changing lanes or turning at a junction, moving on to pedestrians. They are an integral part of the road environment and can sometimes be unpredictable. Extra caution should be taken near schools, parks and residential areas where children might be present. Be ready to slow down or stop if necessary. Patience is a virtue in such scenarios. Unexpected road signs can also throw you off if you're not prepared. A sudden diversion or temporary speed limit may require you to change your route or driving style. The key here is to read the signs carefully and react accordingly. Don't rush. Take your time to understand what's required of you. Now, let's talk about the crucial role of calmness and alertness. Being calm allows you to make rational decisions under pressure, while staying alert keeps you aware of your surroundings and ready to react to unexpected events. Remember, it's not about getting to your destination as quickly as possible, but as safely as possible. Lastly, always anticipate potential hazards. By looking well ahead and considering what other road users might do, you can prepare for different scenarios and react in good time. This skill, called defensive driving, is essential for dealing with real-time scenarios on the road. With these tips, you're well equipped to handle on-road surprises. Finally, let's look at some last-minute tips. Now, for some last-minute tips to keep in mind. As we approach the end, remember that preparation is key. Make sure to give your car a thorough check before the test. Ensure the mirrors are adjusted properly, your seat is in a comfortable position, and all the lights are working. Next, keep your cool. Nerves are normal, but don't let them control you. Take deep breaths, maintain a positive mindset, and remember that it's okay to make minor mistakes. Focus on safety above all. Adhere to speed limits, check your blind spots, and always signal your intentions. Don't rush, take your time to make safe and smart decisions on the road. Lastly, remember that practice makes perfect. The more you drive, the more comfortable you'll feel behind the wheel. With these tips and your determination, passing the UK practical driving test without an instructor is within your reach. Safe driving!